Mr. Speaker, I thank you. I rise to support this adjournment motion. Mr. Speaker, let me begin by saying that I'm a very proud senator of this Republic of Kenya. I'm proud of my colleagues, who among them is Senator Stewart Madzayo, my senior, Senator Faki, my brother and also senior, Senator Sakaja Johnson, Super Senator, for having really come together to be able to show this country a direction that we cannot be able to achieve anything when we only think about our stomachs and not think about the rest of the 47 million people. Mr. Speaker, Team Kenya during this sitting did a fantastic job to be able to fight for revenue to be sent to counties and to ensure that no county lose any coin from what they had been allocated the previous year. Mr. Speaker, I also would like to thank my colleagues who came and joined us, like Senator Cherargei, even my good friend, my ganja man, Senator Irungu Kang'ata, Mr. Speaker, whom earlier on, Mr. Speaker, sir, when he was actually moving...
Samahani, Senator Ledama, unamaanisha nini ukisema my ganja man?
No, hiyo ni jina tu tunaitana, Bwana Speaker. Si haina maana yoyote. Mr. Speaker, I was actually amused by my good friend Senator Senator Irungu Kang'ata, because he rose to move a motion which he himself did not actually sign that report. Mr. Speaker, some of these things are very interesting. But anyway, I'll let that slide. I'm quite happy with the work that this Senate did. We were able to get 14 bills to be assented by the President. You know, that is good work for this Senate. Mr. Speaker, on the issue of the BBI, I want to be very clear that when we worked as Team Kenya, and eventually as the 12 wise men and lady who came together to be able to give this country a direction, one of the things that we are trying to defend is Article 203 of the Constitution. During this time when we are going on recess, Mr. Speaker, it will give us an opportunity to explain to our constituents, and particularly myself, why I have got serious reservation with the Constitution Amendment Bill. Mr. Speaker, when you read Article 203 of the Constitution, Article 203 relates to the issues of the Consolidated Fund. The amendments which are being proposed, Mr. Speaker, by the BBI, or rather by the Constitution Amendment Bill, will negate all the gains that we made in this House fighting for the revenue formula. Mr. Speaker, that is one of my biggest beef with this Constitution Amendment Bill. Because there's no point of us having sat here, burned the midnight oil, and then at the end of the day, we still divide the country by bringing the argument of one man, one vote, one shilling. Mr. Speaker, my heart bleeds for the people of Lamu, who, when this bill goes through, they will be denied money. Mr. Speaker, my heart bleeds for my brothers of Samburu, who, when this bill passes, they will be denied money. And most of all, Mr. Speaker, it saddens me that this Senate will no longer have voting powers to be able to determine any matter because of the deletion of Article 123. These are things that we must explain to our people out in our constituents. Mr. Speaker, Winston Churchill once said that mountaintops inspires leaders, but valleys matures them. Mr. Speaker, let me put it this way, and I believe, Mr. Speaker, that I've not exhausted my 5 minutes. I came in here when it was read. So, Mr. Speaker, I'll beseech you to give me my 5 minutes. Mr. Speaker, I think we have all matured in this House to a point where we want a country that will be able to think about the 47 million Kenyans and not just a small section of the people. It is my prayer that this contentious bill, the amendments to Article 203, will be removed. I don't know whether we'll have an opportunity to do that, but it will be 1 minute, because I came in here when that was yellow.
Dakika-
Just 1 minute.
Dakika nusu tafadhali kwa sababu ya muda.
Mr. Speaker, I'll try to be very fast. In fact, if we do away with that provision of that Article 2 or 3, or those amendments, all these other things we can be able to support. I wish it had been put into the legislative proposals, because then it can be changed at any time. Finally, Mr. Speaker, as I wind up, yesterday we went to Naivasha because of a very serious matter that relates to my county of Narok, where for many instances, our people get frustrated because our cows are knocked down by vehicles moving fast on that road. Mr. Speaker, yesterday we agreed that we will never allow the roads to be closed, but also I want to take this opportunity to speak to Kenyans who use the road from Maimahio to Bomet, for them to remember that that road, the cows have the right of way, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, there is also an issue of land disparity, the land which has been taken away from the Maasai people. Mr. Speaker, sir, I believe that going back home we can be able to talk about this issue of land.